Hey, welcome to my channel.
Luis Gil. He is the front runner for the Rookie of the Year in the American League. It is his first career postseason start. And on the other side, also making his first career
I don't
postseason
care about the
start.
Yankees game. Give me the Mets game again.
Great stuff. Gavin Williams out
Sorry.
of North
I'm watching
Carolina. We got two first-timers
the Mets game on another room as well too.
in Game 3. They believe.
And well, actually, I should put on chat too, just in case. Akuna, Akuna Matata. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. But how do you not say that? Um, I mean, honestly, let's go. You're up 10-2. Let's put it this way. You're up 10-2. 10-2. You're up 10-2 in the fourth to fifth inning, and what happens? They give it up. Now they're up by only 4, but now they're up by 5 again. But yeah. Granted, we're in the top of the bottom of the 8th. Sorry, but I don't know, man. This is like worrying me a little bit. Yeah, granted, this may go to a game 6, which I'm hoping to. I'm hoping it goes to a game 7. I'm hoping it will go in game 7. Now I want a game 7. Now I want an absolute game 7. But this is worrisome. Very, very worrisome. Why? Because here's the thing. There we go. Sterling Marte. Finally. Again. Marte. Sorry. Anyways. Parte. With the Marte. Parte. But anyways. It's a concern. We're up by 6. We're up by 6. Granted, yeah, but it's as though as the bullpen failed. Peterson was doing decent, too, but he couldn't get past the 4th inning. That's a concerning part now. I'm hoping Manea can bring the Mets to Game 7. The problem is, who pitches Game 7? Severino? I don't know. I mean, this now would be a good time right now. If they were taking out Peterson, now would have been a good time to actually put in Lindor Winker, I like that. Anyways, now would have been a good time to put in Senga. Let him get his innings in at this point. So, you see what he does. Ay, 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 ay. There's one good thing that came out in the last 2 games. Little fatty, I don't mean to call him that, but I'm going to call him fatty. Shorty fatty. Fatty short, fat shorty, fat shorty. There we go. Fat shorty Alvarez finally got off his slump. I mean, he reached base 5 times in a row now, which was great at that time. And I was like, that's finally he breaks out of his slump. Alonso finally breaks out of a mini slump as well too, while hitting that home run earlier against Flaherty. But Taylor, come on, Taylor, get on base. Get it to the bases loaded. We want bases loaded. Bases loaded or score him in. Score him in, basically. Come on, Taylor. Do something. If not, then you might as well. Come on, Taylor. Defensively, you're good. Defensively, you're good. Just don't throw into a double play. Do not ground onto a double play. If you want to strike out, but do not ground out to a double play, man. Good idea. Great. But I was like, where were these bats before? Hey, man. God damn it! I told you, Taylor, don't do a double damn play. Damn it, Taylor. Damn it. That was the problem. Was like, at least Alvarez, he was coming up, he's gone on base pretty much, and now like he's finally hitting again. And now, oh hey, you what's going on? I'm assuming you're not. Looks like you're not at the game, huh? It looks like you the two games you went the game you went to they lost. It sucks, but I said I didn't want them to come. I didn't want them to coming to LA, but now I need them to come to LA. I need them to come back to LA. I need a game 7. I need 7 games now. As I was saying, basically, I mean, this is a case where, like, I was talking about earlier, how the Mets, I don't know, like, you're up 10-2 in the fifth inning, and, like, you're down by 4. I mean, you're up by 4. I mean, you're up by 4, and, like, it was only the Mets. But fortunately, you know, they scored another 6 more, you know, another few more runs at this point to now make it 12, basically a 6-run lead now. When we're going for an 8-run lead, but, you know, like 6 runs, I'm hoping that's enough. But the question is like, I don't know, man. Like, with the way that things are going, yeah, that's great. If Manaea and Severino could go the full distance, because right now, outside of Stanek, who else you got in the relief bin? Because, like, Garrett, Reed, Diaz, I mean, that's a nail biter at that point. Stanek was like almost pretty. I mean, granted, yeah, you know, came up, gave up. I mean, Pa has changed everything. I don't know what it is. Well, who pitches in game 2? Was it Bueller? Yeah, Bueller against Manaea. So I have no idea how that works out, honestly. Which puts off Yamamoto pitching game 7. Oh, I'm not too thrilled about that. But yeah, but for the Dodgers, though, all they need to do is go into game 6. That's a sad state of affair. They have to score 10 runs, and the problem is like, I mean, I'll say this: finally, you know, Alvarez is finally, you know, hitting. Finally. The one thing that I was a little concerned about is when they had McNeil. He's in a funk. Yeah, I mean, defensively speaking, we saw it when he muffed that ball in the first inning. I was like, with the Otani. If Acuna was there, that's not happening. That's why I'm hoping. I wish Katuna. No, I wasn't shocked. I was figuring that they were going to get to him. It was only a matter of time before Flaherty was going to have a bad game. I was just surprised that they kept him longer than he should have. Honestly, if I was Robertson, I would have got rid of him immediately after that home run to Alonso. But I think he was trying to get as much as Robertson was trying to get as much as he possibly can out of Flaherty, so that he can kind of save his bullpen. But it looks like he can't. So, but the problem is like, even if they had the bullpen, I mean, like, their hitters are still good enough. I mean, like, granted, yeah, there we go. See, look at that. I mean, Iglesias. I know Iglesias was in a slump as well. Ooh, I know Iglesias was in a slump as well too. So you might as well put in McNeil. But I thought maybe put in Acuna, because, you know, Acuna could possibly help him out. Vientos was going a little bit more than he should have, but, you know, I'll give him this because after game 2, you know, he gets a little bit of a pass. My only concern though is this: if we get to game 6, knock on wood, if they get to game 6, I don't know, because, like, the thing is like, I hate to say this, but Manaea is due for, like, a bad game, and that's my fear. And Bueller is due for a good game too, so I don't know what to say about that. That's my concern, but because, like, each pitcher, they, as good as they are, they're due for, you know, like, a bad game, a couple runs. Lindor, but you see here, you saw in this game, Lindor is the linchpin. If he scores, if he gets on base, and, like, he can be an offensive threat, the team revolves around him at that point. Like, you saw in game 2 what happened. Game 1, pretty much 0 for whatever, or 1 for whatever. Game 2, you saw the home run. Everyone followed suit. Game 3, he wasn't doing that great. Game 4, not that great either. Now game 5, we're, you know, now we're seeing it basically. Like, look what he's doing. So, like, I think it's more of a case where, like, Lindor is the catalyst. It looks like he's the catalyst for the offense. If he hits, the rest of the Mets seem to follow suit. He did, but and again, that's the reason why. It's because he's due for another bad game. That's the concern. If Manaea somehow manages to get past, get us to a game 7. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm debating whether I should go to game 6 or game 7 because game 6 is on a Sunday, but I'm fearful about that. Now, if it's a game 7, I might buy tickets to the game 7 game. Yeah, I remember that. I sadly remember that. The real question is Winker's back and now he's doing good. I thought JD Martinez would probably do something, but he's not. So I say it's like just keep Winker in as the DH. You got no choice. You got to keep Winker in the DH. The only question comes down to is second base. Who plays second base? If Iglesias is slumping, do you put McNeil in? But it looks like he's not hitting so great. I would try. I would say try Acuna. Honestly, like why not? What's the harm now? I mean, well, not now. Like in Game 6, I don't know, but I would say Acuna might do it for us. It feels like he's ready for a breakout as well too, and like this is the stage for him to break out at this point as well too. Baez, look what he's doing. I mean, the rookie's like, he's a rookie, and like he already had 2 home runs today, and like that's concerning. Most runs in postseason history. NLDS Game 3. Well, I remember that. All right, DS is up. Oh God, I hope this works because we don't really have any really relievers in the bullpen at this point, or any closers. Let's come on. 1 out. Okay. I know he plays outfield too, but I mean, the only way I see him playing outfield, Acuna playing outfield, is if Nimmo's really that badly injured that he can't run. That's the only way you put him out there at that point. You're not going to replace Acuna with Taylor with Acuna because Taylor's much better defensively speaking. And right field, you're not getting rid of Marte. Ooh, that was really out there for Diaz. But with Marte, I mean, the dude's hitting. The dude's getting on base. He's hitting. So even when Lindor's not hitting, Marte is hitting. The problem is when Lindor's not hitting, the rest of the offense doesn't follow suit, unfortunately. I mean, the rest of the team follows suit, and they go in a slump as well, too. And they can't score runs. Like yesterday's game, it was bases loaded, no outs. How do you not get a run? Oh, God, okay. There we go. Freeman, out. There we go, Diaz. This is what I'm thinking, like, Acuna probably should play second. Putting McNeil in there, like, as your... Maybe using McNeil as a DH, but I would keep Winker. Because, like, McNeil has been out for so long. He's got to get back in his groove. Right now, he's hitting like he was in the beginning of the season, which I was concerned about a little bit. I don't know what you think. I don't know if you think of that, or seeing that, but that's what I'm saying. Every time he came into bat, I mean, he's hitting like he was hitting in the beginning of the season. It was sort of the end of the second half when he was starting to pick up again, but it seems like he's reverting back, so I don't know. That's why I'm thinking, yeah, see, look at that. See, if that was Iglesias, or even Acuna, I don't think that's an error. I think that's a third out right there. The fact that McNeil, that's the second time McNeil caused an error in a ways. I mean, first inning, we saw what happened. He didn't get with Ohtani. Yeah, McNeil was a great hitter, but I hate to say this, but like, defensively speaking, he becomes a liability. Defensively speaking. This is where I would have put in Acuna, but there we go. Game 6. Here we go. Game 6. They're coming to LA. Okay, baby. All right. We need a Game 7. Man. We need a Game 7. We got to will a Game 7. We need a Game 7. Okay. Well, like I said, you saw what McNeil did there. I would not be surprised if this happens in when they play Game 6. If McNeil is playing second, it's probably going to happen the same way. He's definitely going to cause an error, I think. I don't know if it's a great game, man. I mean, you're up by 8 runs. And the one guy hits a 3-run homer and a single home run, basically. Practically brings him back into the game. And then Mookie Betts, of course, hitting that home run. I mean... Otani was kind of due. Thank God that he didn't. But I mean, if he did and he hit a home run, 2-run home run, or maybe 3-run home run, it's a different ballgame at that point. So it was this. Put it this way, it's a worrisome game. I'll say this: this is a worrisome game for me. It doesn't put confidence in me in the bullpen. It's proving now that Peterson was really more of a mid reliever than a starter. I thought he deserved to be the starter, but it's proven otherwise that he's only good for 4 innings, and that's as far as he can go. Maybe 5, stretching it to 5, but uh, oh boy.
We came up with the same mentality, go win this game and go back to LA, and we did it. We played a really good baseball against a really good team. But at the end of the day, the guys did their job. The bullpen did a really good job. We got the dog.
I think the cold actually definitely affected Flaherty for sure too. I mean that definitely affected him, and thank God it did.
I was feeling great, and the bullpen was throwing a lot of strikes, so I was really confident today. As soon as I stepped on the plate, I said, we are attacking with my fastball in and try to make him chase, and that's what I did. A nine in game 6 on Sunday. They have a bullpen game. How do you like your chances to come back and win this series? Man, we've been facing a lot of adversity all year, all long. And I got a lot of, I trust a lot in Manaya. I think he will do his job, and we get the win, and we will go to game 7. Kevin, thanks a lot. Congratulations. Now over to top producer. Thanks, Ken. Francisco.
Oh, it is a bullpen, right? That's going to be pitching in Game 6, and Bueller is pitching Game 7, right?
I think that is just about momentum and
Is that how it works again, or I can't remember now.
today, so we have to keep going and take the 2 games that we have in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Finally, 3 for 4. Oh man, I was racist. Granted, it was racist. I don't know, racist, whatever it is, but like little fatty or fat shorty, when he was hustling from first to home, that was great. I mean, let's be honest, the dude's Alvarez is like a short fat dude, man. And like the fact that he was like hustling, that was great. But I was like, oh, go fatty, go fatty. Bad, wrong to say, but that's actually not racist. That's more of a, I don't know what it is. But I was like, go fatty, run, run. Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, bullpen is Game 6 and Bueller's Game 7. I wouldn't be surprised though if they pull in Bueller in for Game 6. Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, quite honestly. I mean, granted, it might not work, but I wouldn't be surprised. And have Yamamoto play Game 7 if they go to a Game 7. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. Question is where do you put Senga at this point now? Do you put in Senga as a reliever? Not as a reliever, but more as a relief pitcher at that point. Let him get in 2 innings. I don't know. Or maybe a batter or 2.
Alex Rodriguez, a 12-6 Mets win. Bobby, you said 10-2 Mets today. You weren't that far off. You sensed it coming, didn't you? Well, like I said before,
I think no. If I go to a Game 6, and let's say the Mets win Game 7, I mean, Mets fans got to be there for Game 7 to celebrate with the Mets. I'll be calling the day the following day too. To be quite honest, if I get into Game 7, problem is those Game 7 tickets are pretty expensive too. I might try to go to Game 6 as well too. I mean, if I can get to Game 6 and they get into a Game 7, I'll probably buy Game 7 tickets as well too.
said the Mets need to score. They need to hit, and just keep scoring the entire game because I didn't think it was going to be about the pitching staff because it's, I don't want to say impossible. It's highly unlikely that you're going to shut down the Los Angeles Dodgers. Lineup, and Pete Alonso came out, got that big hit, and it seemed like offensively they all just exhaled. And they got back to having good at bats, getting in the strike zone. They drew some walks, and they scored a lot of runs. October's about setting the tone, and that first inning kind of flipped the script. It looked like second and third, no outs to the Dodgers.
Sevy could fall off, but let's be honest, Severino wasn't so bad in Game 3. He wasn't so bad. I mean, he kept him in it for 2-0 basically. So if he can maintain it, that'd be great. Same as Manea. If he can maintain, that'd be great. But I don't know. Anyways, yeah. All right, so we go to a game 6. Thank goodness. I was afraid they were gonna lose in game 5. Thought for sure they were gonna lose because like the way things were going, and the fact that Peterson was pitching. I'm like, I figured Peterson was gonna keep him close, but I mean honestly, I was scared of Flaherty. I'm glad that Flaherty had a bad game. Was I shocked as you asked earlier? No, it wasn't a shock. It was more of happy that they were able to get to him. But I think more so to the point where, like, you saw it. Actually, I think you saw it this game. The Mets hitters became more patient. They need to be patient. And they were patient. Because that was the thing with yesterday's game with Quintanas. Quintanas is basically known not to throw strikes unless he's forced to. If the Dodgers were patient, which they were, you saw they were patient with Quintanas. He was throwing balls, and then he had no choice but to throw these like pretty much meatballs to them, and that's why they're hitting. Severino, at least he knows how to mix up a little bit here and there. So we'll see what happens in Game 7. And to be honest, you'll have Severino in Game 7, but then you'll also have Quintanas, and you'll have Senga and Peterson and whomever else. You bring in everyone at that point when you get to Game 7. But in any case, I'll just leave it at that. Yuki, I'm shocked that Dave Roberts made Flaherty pitch. I don't think he was willing to punt. I was shocked he left him in for that long. After Alonso's home run, I would have yanked Flaherty out because you could see that his stuff was not working anymore. So that was a little surprising that I thought Roberts left him in there for that long. I could see why, because he was trying to extend out as much as you can with the bullpen, but extend out as much before he hits to the bullpen, but he had no choice. I think he was trying to contain. I mean, look, honestly, like if they were down 7-1, the Dodgers could have came back on that. Fortunately, the Mets were scoring a little bit more at that point, so we were fortunate about that. But then again, it's also another possibility. It's probably in the script. The script is probably calling for the Dodgers to win in LA, so I don't know. I mean, you saw what the umpires were doing, for the past 3 games. They were pretty much calling balls when they were all strikes. I hate to say this, but I think there's a script out there. There's probably a script. The script is probably calling for the Dodgers versus the Yankees. It's sad to say, but that's what it's looking like, basically, that the script is out there for that. So, really don't want to see that, but that's what it looks like, basically, unfortunately. Put it this way. If it's the Dodgers versus the Yankees in the World Series, then Major League Baseball scripted it out that way. Watching the Yankees versus the Guardians right now. Okay. Guardians are leading. Guardians are losing 2-1. Whoa. Nice little changeup. All right. In any case, hopefully, I don't know. I don't care about the Yankees-Guardians game, actually. If I had a choice, the Mets playing against the Yankees or Guardians, yeah, I would love to see it against the Yankees, but maybe now the Guardians, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe do I want the Guardians? Because the Yankees don't really have as great pitchers. It's their hitting that's really getting them out of this stuff. So I don't know. But in any case, I'll leave it at that. I'm already gone over basically. But oh snap, Liberty is losing. Okay, so I'm also kind of watching the Liberty game as well too. Anyways, outside of that, yeah, that's pretty much it on my end. Interesting. Okay. With that, I'll leave it at that. Yuki, I'll see you on another time. Let's go Mets. And hopefully, I'm streaming at the World Series.